But how do we, you said purge this toxic ideology? Does that take, government involvement in a way that then, well, the Republican Party is violating all of its prior notions on this, on what government power's relationship to private industry should be?
Great question. So I think that there's a lot of nuance here. I've said the Republican Party needs to stop reciting slogans they memorized back in 1980 and wake up to the real threats to liberty and prosperity today. One of the policies I've advocated for example, is making political expression a civil right in this country. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. You should not have to choose between putting food on the dinner table and speaking your mind freely. America is the quintessential nation where you get to enjoy both of those things at once. Getting rid of race-based affirmative action programs, not just in college admissions, but in other spheres of life. Now, what are one of the counter arguments you hear? Well, you hear legacy admissions, right? If your parents or grandparents went to Harvard, you have a better chance of getting in. I'd say get rid of those too. So that's a valid counter argument that actually Republicans need to get off their high horse and wake up to the fact that if we want to apply meritocracy, let's actually have a meritocracy in this country. That's something that I happen to favor. I say, you know what? More people like my parents who came to this country through the front door legally, raised a family, had 2 kids who went on to start companies that helped thousands of people. Great. We should want more immigrants like them. Be open about that. But that means unapologetically securing the border and saying that people whose first act of entering this country is a law-breaking one should not be able to come to this country, full stop. So I think that there is room for actually looking at a lot of solutions here. I think one of the big problems in the next generation of Americans is the rise of addictive social media. I think if you can't smoke an addictive cigarette by the age of 18, I don't think you should be able to use an addictive social media product by the age of 15 or 16 either. And that's not a partisan point. So my main message is we need to wake up to the unique challenges of today. It is not 1980 anymore. As Abraham Lincoln said, the dogmas of a quiet past, as I often quote, are inadequate to the stormy present. Let's wake up to the present and address those problems. I'm right there with you.